Hi, hello, welcome back, Bubbles. Today we have another fun installment of Bubble Blowers. Like I say, we're taking a dive into the Morrison family at the time, and also people very closely connected to or related to the Morrison family, which actually is going to branch us out to a lot of other fun people. But I digress. Um, so, also at some points you may hear like, um, I have food and it's sitting here, and I may forget, my bearings and forget what I'm doing for a minute, in which case, this video could very, very promptly turn into a auditory mukbang. So, excuse me if that happens. uh-huh. I'm trying to resist though. But there's lettuce and it's crunchy, and crunchy lettuce makes me happy. So anyway, moving on. Today we are going to cover this household. This was the Morrison residence, although technically it's not the Morrison residence anymore. It's the Feng residence, because she got remarried. But yeah, we're just gonna, check out this cute family and, look into some of the background story on it. Cause yay! Why is he at Wolfsbane Manor? I'll leave that alone. So, yeah, we just, as previously discussed, there have been quite a number of twins that have come into the Morrison family's care. One set of which being Mark, whom we saw in the Nada shopping center, and where we're at now, Shia. This is Shia. Here she is. Her, as you can see, her and her brother have the same face. They are very, very close. This woman does not gain weight, and I've tried to make her a couple of times just because I was curious. I'm like, she got that metabolism from, I don't know. Lord. Okay, she's happy because she's wearing formal attire. Alrighty then. That's her. Like I said, if we go here and we look at her family tree, let's look at her genealogy. Alright, so here you see, she's currently married to Victor. And they have this beautiful little Haley. It's their daughter, the cute little daughter, who is a handful, but we're not going to get into that. But prior to that, she has two sons. She has Rory, who lives here, and she also has Riley, who does not live here. Riley he's an adult. He lives on his own. We'll get on that later. We will get on that later. But you see, she's a part of that long line of Morrison children that probably, I do not expect it to stop growing at any point. Although, I was just as surprised as they were by August. Because it's like, oh, well, we went from having trouble having kids to all of a sudden, she just popping them out. Oh, okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. So, anyway, phenomena. I mentioned the unfortunate story about, child grooming rearing its ugly head in my Sims game. Things happen, y'all. I don't know. Sometimes stuff happens and it's beyond me. The game gives me ideas. It's not always me. I just follow what the game is giving me. And that's what the game was giving me. So, they had Riley. So, they separated and she decided to start building this house. Initially, the house that they're in now was, just this. This was the house. Backyard, actually that bathroom wasn't there. But, backyard, garage. Yes, I like building garages in my houses, and sometimes I will put the laundry stuff in the garage if I can't find a place for it inside the house that I like. um, driveway. Woo-hoo. This is her room, her bathroom. This room was originally Riley's because it was just her and Riley. So Riley became a teenager, and then, Riley's dad kept coming, and, the fun gaslighting and things began, and he started to get in her head and make her think things that she shouldn't have thought. So they're like, okay, we could try to fix it. And then she became pregnant with Rory, and he was like, oh hell no, I'm not doing this again. So he dipped. He took off back here because this is where he moved, which he moved here to follow this family because I think he had his eye on another kid, which is why they got rid of their yard. But we're not going to get into that too much because this is about Chaya. This is Chaya's story. So, yeah, so, here she is pregnant. It's like, oh, gosh. And, he got bigger. They only had these rooms. So he was like, oh, he decided to play punching bag with her again because he was a very angry old man. A very, very angry old man. Which is why if you look here, you see this thing. This, okay, his name is Dad now, but before his name was Dad, there was no E there, and his name was Dad. And Riley and Rory used to beat the fuck out of this dragon because it represented their father, because they didn't like their father and the shit that he put their mama through. So they dealt with it there. So now Dad gets peace because he's dead, I guess, and nobody cares anymore. But yeah, so she had Rory, which Rory, around that time is around the time that this man here, Victor, who used to stay on the second floor of the not quite apartment buildings with his then wife Lily, who, like I said, occasionally comes storming through this front door like she owns some shit or something. It's like, bitch, bye. Yeah, it's around the time he discovered that, she was playing them, but he had coincidentally enough met Chaya through Lizette, who now stays here again, but used to stay in the third floor here. She was the first tenant before shit happened and she moved out. So Lizette's like the best friend ever, but we'll get into that. So Shia met him through Lizette because she went to visit one day, and it's like, oh, so like she's kind of shy and quiet or whatever. She don't really talk that much. Her brother, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. I'm convinced he took like all the personality. So he found out her story from Lizette and was like, oh, I feel so bad for her. And so, he started taking like some of his money to like help her out. One of the things he did, for instance, was build, boom, this second floor to her house, which is ultimately just a room for her son. It's him. This Rory. Because Riley had moved out, which, like I said, we'll have to go into more detail on that later. But this is Rory, the spoiled brat, who has this room with the karaoke and the TV and the bed and the balcony with the toys. And, he was like, no, he deserves to have everything. Just because his daddy ain't, don't mean nothing. His own little bathroom up here. It's just, this is actually this was one of my more fun builds because I had to figure out how to make it work on top of this house that was already like set up and established. And this staircase was the most difficult part of that. Let me tell you. Staircases in prefabricated spaces are a pain in the took us. Yeah. So anyway, they start hanging out and they got closer and closer. And it's like, oh, and one thing led to another. And then, like I said, his wife been cheating on him for forever. And he had one of them slips and whoops, he just slipped. And they started a whole thing. And it's like, oh no. Just like, I feel so bad. Continue. And he's like, don't feel bad. I don't. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm going to divorce her. Yeah, I'm going to divorce her. So, like, he was trying to get a divorce. But she was fighting him on the divorce, She would rip the papers up and send them back to him all ripped up and shit, you know, just trifling. Like, no, you can't get away from me. You got to take care of our children. And he's like, bro, them kids ain't got shit to do with me. Why don't you get on the dude that you had them damn kids with? Because it wasn't me. And she's like, our kids, blah, 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 blah. They got your last name. He said, we need to talk about that. I ain't got shit to do with them kids. I ain't on their birth certificate. Why the fuck do they have my last name? You know, because he wanted kids, but he didn't want nobody else's kids like that. You know, like, oh, you know, we together and, you know, we're perfectly functional, allegedly. Like, but I'm not going to give you no kids, but I'll have kids with this other dude over here, even though, you know, I done made you go get a vasectomy and junk and, you know, all this stuff. So he was like, screw it. He went to the doctor himself and got it reversed. He was like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game. Whatever. So then he continued his fun little fling with Chaya. And, you know, because clearly, like, his wife was putting in work. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, after work, she would make her rounds. She would go visit her 2 older kids' baby daddy. Then she'd visit her younger kids' baby daddy. Then she'd come back and visit her lover that lived on the 4th floor. And then from there, she would proceed to go home. And at night, she would, you know, proceed to do the do with her husband to make him think all is well. And like, it's a lot of traffic. But still, that's a lot of traffic in a day. And she would do this multiple times a week. I'm like, her life is exhausting. And she still managed to be a successful CEO. Okay, girl. You know, and then she'd make her business calls. And then, you know, she'd mess around with her husband. But, you know, whatever. So, Shia pops up pregnant. And he's like, oh, good. Lily finds out. So, that's when she first started showing up at the house. He found out and he's like, I'm done. He left. And, you know, he's like, I'm moving. He's like, he got engaged to her while he was married, which is really awkward, but still, she wouldn't give him a divorce. So she finally agreed to give him a divorce. Like, after much time, and find out there was a baby on the way, which is this little doll here, Haley. Yeah, so then they came over, and once she finally finalized the divorce, he was like, okay, and he got married to her, and so now they're married. Oh, also, you'll notice in a lot of my households, you'll see flowers, like lots of flowers. A lot of them that aren't like the prearranged flowers that are like in the game, and that's because there is a known florist in the game. She is famous. She's also a doctor. She's a doctor and a florist. She's also like a botanist and everything. You'll understand why later. Green Thumb kind of just came along with working with poisons and things. And poisons are her forte. And in my world, she didn't die, damn it. So she didn't die. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I digress. So yeah, that's where she came from. And now this is her little room right next to her parents. You know, I lock doors. Like, I'm a huge fan of locking doors. I guess I could unlock this one for her daddy so that her daddy can, like, give her baths and stuff. Except, you know, you got to try to keep him from spending time in there because he want to spend time in there. Like, quite frankly, he's locked off this computer, but look at him anyway. Whatever. Because she likes games. She is a gamer. So, yeah. There, so the kid won't bug nobody. I'm hungry. No, let's see what she doing. Nothing. She just standing there and she happy because there's a fire. So yeah, this is, you know, the fun little house. He also built this bathroom on here because, oh wait, no, that's why I don't need to unlock that one for him. Because that one should be... Is she smart? Is she gonna play in the toilet? She went to ask for a book. Of course you did. Of course. Oh, and fun story. The florist slash doctor is also one of his running mates. Yeah. Why don't you send the kids too? Also, she's not a horrible mother. She's also not a good mother. Or a best mother. Her strong suit is she tries. She tries a lot. And she tries often. Not her hugging on dead. No, baby, we don't hug dead. I guess she could hug dead, sure. Yeah, she can hug dead, I guess. She's angelic, but let me tell y'all, there are two different types of angelic children. There are the angelic children that you like, and the angelic toddlers that you do not like. Them little MFers want all the attention all the time, and they cry. It's like, how are you angelic when you just goddamn problematic? I noticed, peeped it. I learned this a long time ago on my personal game. And Pecan and Tracy had their first daughter, and she was angelic, and she was the sweetest. She never did anything. She didn't care. She was a sweetheart. She cried like twice. And I kept her a toddler for a long time. Like for like a year, like a year and a half, I kept her a toddler. Yep. And then, after they had their triplets, they had another one. And another angelic child, but this one was a different type of beast. Like, I wanted to body slam that child all the time. All the time. It was bad. Did he go to school today? Dad, how about you read her to sleep? Yeah. So, yeah. It's a different types. She's somewhere in between. Like, she had her moments. Oh. Who is this kid? I didn't even know this kid. Kid, go to sleep. Oh, wait, no. No, don't go to sleep. Do your homework. Where is your homework book? Sir, why are you like this? He left it somewhere on purpose. He one of them. He just done gave up on school already. Imagine. Like, no, I'm done. I'm done with homework. You don't get this damn book and shut the hell up. What his grade look like? Oh, he's an A student. So where the hell did you leave your homework book, son? Is it on the table downstairs? It's on the kotatsu? No. Where the hell did he leave it? I don't know. I don't know where he left his homework book. It's bothering me a lot. And I want to fight him because I know he did it on purpose. He was like, she gonna make me do my homework. I don't want to do my homework. So I'm hide. So I can't do it. Not realizing that I ain't got nothing against spending $1. Go sleep. It's okay if he stink. It's just for now. Just for now. Okay, the kids are in bed. What he needs to do? For we'll make him secure votes on the weekend, maybe. Maybe not. But yeah, she inherited some money from her ex-husband's life insurance policy when he died. But she gave him most of it to her oldest son, since he, was living on his own and whatnot. He moved out on his own when he was in high school. I have no issues with the children moving out on their own in high school. As long as, they can take care of themselves while they moved out while they're in high school. That kind of thing. But yeah, this house she had took the last little money she had to get built, and like I said, her now husband built onto it and added onto it. Now it is what it is now. Wait, don't run. Try to talk to it. Oh, from this side. Wait, I don't see it. Where is it? There it is. I'm like, I don't see it. Talk to it. Okay, now you can panic and do whatever. I just always like to make y'all do that. Try it again. Just because you can. Who the hell calling her? died? Wait. Well, who died? Am I looking for... Was it him? It's gotta be him. He's the only ghost. Shouldn't he know him that damn well? Gang, please. You go express your melancholy thoughts a few times. Go get you over this real quick. He's like, accept my love. The monster's like, no. He's like, ah. So you go get your sad ass mama. Where is your sad ass mama? Oh, there she is. But she's a much better mom now than she was. Riley had it the worst. Rory had it better. But Haley has it the best because she's got both parents. And her mom is actually decent at mothering now. Lucky her. Lucky her. Oh yeah, he made friends with it. Yay, Rory. That's what happens when you don't give up. He's taking forever to level up. It's making me angry. Forever. What are you doing? His extra credit? Look at him. I didn't know what her stuff looked like though. I have no idea. Yeah. Work on that. That thinking skill. Just watching. I also think it's funny how when you have more than one toddler in a house, their animation tend to fuck up on them walking, and it's like all robotic. They be missing steps and stuff. It's just weird. It's really weird to me. Really weird. Like the way they walk sound like it would make their noise. Oops, there's not come down. Woman, keep writing. We didn't even crack the vote on the 2 days yet. Ah, man. I'm going to somebody's singles house next. Mm. Yeah, she can talk to her. Mm. Oh, look, she's gonna be a good mom, and I stopped her. There. He still ain't got that dang point yet. Sir. It's about to be time for you to go. I really want him to level up before I leave. So all I have to do when I come back is the secure votes thing. Which actually isn't that terrible. What I name it? Musculars? Sure. Hurry up, sir. Time for you to go to work, and you still ain't got that point. You've been at this for hours. Hours. Look, even the little boys going to school first. Right there, right there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, game. Come on, come on, game. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, look, her imagination leveled up. The thing what we working on. Come on. There we go. Wait, no. Was that it? Yeah. Okay, go to work. No change while always full. Alright. On that note, we are going to, yeah, that's all for this one. Like I said, another interesting family, I suppose. I was trying to see if Lily was gonna randomly bust through the door like she tends to do, but I think we came over too late at night for that to be an option. So yeah. On that note, till next time. Later.